I get the feeling that Onyx's take on design is that of an asymptote. It gets really close to great, but never, ever quite gets there. Welcome back to the channel. Roger here, rants about tech. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button for me. And since we're all friends, you know what? Let's go ahead and see how much we can make that like button jump at one time. So count 3. All in together. 1, 2, and... So this is my reaction to the initial reactions and impressions to the Boox Go 10.3. I don't have it yet. I do have it ordered. It should be here soon, I promise. So I'll do that. Oh, and also the Tab Mini review is coming. I'm sorry it's taking so long for all the reviews, but they're coming. I've been so sidetracked, I'm moving. But the problem is that I've been seeing all of the first impressions and the initial takes on the Boox Go 10.3, and I've seemed to notice a pattern of things that could be great design-wise, but then they just fall short, just for no apparent reason. Like my asymptote example. So if we had a graph, and the x-axis of the graph is your time with the device, and then the y-axis of this graph is the greatness of the quality of the build of that device. I mean, it doesn't even have to be the build, let's just say quality in general. So the device's potential to be good or great is the y-axis. Now, the Boox products, they come along at a steady pace. Then they start to get good the more you use them, and you're like, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be the best. And then it gets there, and then all of a sudden, it goes into the atmosphere, never to be seen again, never reaching great, getting close. It almost touches the line of greatness. That's how I feel about the Boox Go 10.3. From all accounts, it's a fantastic machine. It's just little things, just attention to detail keeps it from being great. Come on. I mean, I still think it's gonna be good. I want it. There's no reason for me not to want it, right? But the little things, attention to detail, it could skyrocket Boox into the... Boox could be so great. I'm sorry. Boox devices, the Boox platform could be so great if they just paid attention to the little details. And it's not just the 10.3, but let's talk about the 10.3 for a second. So I'm watching Voja's impressions of it in his unboxing. And, you know, I know he's gonna drag out the details. I know it, that's why I watch him. Check him out, definitely. He's got an awesome first impressions up right now. You should guys go check it out, but after you watch this video. So he notices that the backing, right? Because I still don't know what this thing is made out of. Like, I can't tell if it's made from plastic or metal, and I don't think anyone has mentioned it at all. They're like, oh, it's just like the remarkable, what is it made of? Anyway, the backing of this thing has like this faux leather thing on it, which I think is gonna be awesome. I mean, I think it's a great touch, although I do still think that notebook strip on the back should be a kickstand. Give me a kickstand, but whatever. It doesn't align flush with the back of the device. I'm sorry. It doesn't align flush with the side of the device. What I mean by this is, now, if you have a screen, you don't put the screen on top of the display. You have an inset portion of your device, right? Just take this note here, and then you sit the screen down into that so that it's nice and flush all the way across, right? So when you, I don't know, when you go and grab the device, it feels like one flat surface. Now, it seems like what they did to this faux leather on the back of it is they didn't make an inset and then sit the faux leather inside that inset so it's all flush all the way around the device. There's a lip because they essentially just slapped some faux leather on top of the back of the device. So there's a lip there that your finger catches on when you're holding the device. And I'm like, for a device this slim, there should be nothing catching, no sharp edges anywhere. It just be totally rounded, curved everywhere. I mean, like Voja said, it's probably going to wear down over time and then get more smooth and you won't feel it. why should we have to be subject to that? Just make it that way from the jump. Like, that was a huge, whoever oversaw the design of that and was like, oh, there's leather sticking out there. No one will ever know. That takes it from being good to perfect. Just great. Having just nothing to complain about. And from all accounts, the design-wise, there's nothing other than that anyone's ever complained about for the design. Oh, the software has issues, I hear. But we'll go into that in another video. But, man, just... I wish they did a better job of that. But that's not the only device. We've got examples. We've got more examples here. The Note Air 3C. I have that device. I should go get it, but I don't have the other camera set up to do this. So we're just going to talk. The Note Air 3C, design-wise, could have been great. They have this tacky orange. Oh, I got to go get it now. All right. Put you aside for now. So, the Note Air 3C. They got the tacky orange right here. I mean, you see I like me some orange, right? Go Orangeman. But, come on. Not on a device I'm going to be looking at all day. Like, now I got to see this tacky orange there like I bought it for my kid. And she needs bright colors to keep her interested or something. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. It ain't on the Tab Mini C. It ain't on the Tab Ultra or the Ultra C Pro. Any of them. Why is it there? Why is this orange on this device ruining the design language? Okay, one last thing. Just, can we hear this? There we go. When you press on this portion of the screen, it depresses and you hear that. Why? Did no one notice this? Why are the speakers where your hand's going to be at? Why are they there? Why is the plug for the power over here? Why is that there? Anyone could have told you, well, I put my hand there. That's probably where I'm holding this. And if I wanted to hear something now, I got one speaker covered. And don't let me hold it right here. Now I got speaker and microphones covered. The microphones should be at the top, but oh, there is a microphone at the top. We'll move on. Little things, right? Just the little things that keep it from being great. I just feel like just a little bit of more baking time for the products. Just hire a guy, Onyx, and his only job should be to look at the devices one last time before it's been approved by everybody who's been approving these things to say, you missed something. Let's go back. Like, get someone who's really discerning. Find a discerning individual and be like, this is your job for the next 50 years. All right, rant over. I just feel like there's more to be done, and it's so simple to do. It's not like these are hurdles that are insurmountable. These are just lapses in attention to me. Then you get the Tab Mini C. I mean, I really can't say anything about it. I love this device. Love it. It's simple. There's branding nowhere. Even if they did add a color to it, there's no branding to add color to. It's really nice. The only thing is, I mean, this device could be great. The only thing stopping it from being great, well, I'm sorry, there's two things stopping it from being great. One thing that stops it from being great is the fact that there's no fingerprint reader. Why? It's a tab device. The Note device has a freaking fingerprint reader. Oh, I said it backwards. Why isn't it on here? And lastly, the only other gripe I have, this screen doesn't look as e-inky as this screen. You can tell this screen is closer to the display. You can tell that the display is closer to the screen on this device. This display, the e-ink display, is so inset into this device, you can look at it and tell how deep it goes. So you know it's nowhere near close to the dang on surface you're writing on. So yeah, I mean, those are the only two gripes. Other than that, it's a perfect machine. You see how close to perfect this thing is? I mean, the weight, but you need that weight because of the battery, so that's not even a gripe. Little details keep this thing from being great. There's a few things you need to do to fix the Note Air 3C to make it great. But this, two things. And one of those things they've already done in a different device, so I know it can be done. Just do it, Boox. Just hire the guy, give him the title Discerning Individual, and let that be that. That's going to be it for me, everyone. I hope you got something out of it. I hope we have come to some conclusion that Boox needs to work on their attention to detail. What do you guys think? Am I nitpicking? Am I being nitpicky right now over this stuff? Or should I keep going on it? But however you feel, leave it down in the comments. And until next time, take care.